What up, Niner fans? This is Niners 3G, and I'm your host, the Goob, brought to you by the FB and Goob Show, and also the Good Time Tavern, Livermore, California. So let's get to it. Niners have cemented their 53-man roster. It's all official. Of course, the bottom few spots are fluid. We will see what happens with a little bit of releasing here and releasing there. But I'd like to show you my trophy, which is what the Niners are going after this year. This happens to be my fantasy football trophy. FB loves it. Ask him about it anytime you want. So we're going to start out, and we're just going to go position by position. We're going to start out with the quarterbacks, which, do we have to start out with the quarterbacks? We have to start out with the quarterbacks. Trey Lance is gone. My hero, my idol, the future Super Bowl champion winning Trey Lance has been traded. So now it was an obvious who was going to make the team. Brandon Allen's the third. Sam Darnold, who hopefully will be the reverse of a shell of himself. Hopefully he'll be a new Sam Darnold. And of course Brock Purdy, which means we hope Sam Darnold never plays. So Brock looks good in the preseason. We are ready to roll there. No surprises. Same with the running back room. Very little surprises. CMC, McCaffrey obviously leads the way with Elijah Mitchell. Injury problems, but he's got the speed. So he stays on the team. We got TDP, Tyrion Davis-Price, and Jordan Mason. Some kind of studly runners there backing everybody up. And of course we have Juszczyk running the fullback situation. We love Juszczyk, jack of all trades, Swiss Army knife, whatever you want to call him. Gotta love that. So far, so good. Now we move on to the receiver room, which is where things start to get dicey. Of course we have Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. No problems there. Juwan Jennings, solid number 3. Ray McCloud made the roster, which means he's probably not going on the IR. So I'm happy with Ray at number 4. And this is where things get crazy. In our last round of cuts, we cut all the veteran wide receivers. Chris Conley, Snead, the ex-Saint. There was another guy that's just been around the league for a while, and we cut them all. We kept Danny Gray and Ronnie Bell. I believe Danny Gray will be headed to the IR for 4 weeks. And to be replaced probably by Snead, maybe Conley, who knows. So we got some fluidity there at the back end of the wide receiver room. So our top 3 or 4 are solid. We're hoping Ronnie Bell, who just barely made the team, he looked good in preseason. We'll see what he can do. Mostly special teams. He'll get a catch here and there. He's a trick play guy, one of those speed guys. So we like that. Tight end. Couple surprises. We kept both blocking tight ends from last year, Charlie Warner and Ross Dwelly. We love those guys. We trust those guys to go along with my man Kittle. And we kept one of the rookies, not the 3rd round rookie because he sucked and got hurt. So he's on the IR for the year. Cameron Latu, we'll see you next year, possibly. Braden Willis, who I got to give a shout out to my boy FB. He called him Big Juicy. And that's kind of what he is. He's also a Swiss Army knife, except he's a bigger boy. And he's got some nice feet. I like Braden Willis. He made the team. One of those late round picks that we seem to get right, unlike our first round picks, which we don't seem to get right. So that leads us to the O-line, which basically there's 9 guys made the team, and I think we probably trust about 5 of them. Nick Cagel. I don't even want to go through the names of the last 4. Trisciano, Jalen Moore. Some of these guys are probably not even going to make the team. They're, I don't know if they're unrosterable, but we're going to need a little help on the O-line. So I don't believe that's done moving around either. Moving on to defense, because, aside from the offensive line, we're good on offense. That and we don't have a kicker. We'll get to the kicker. D-line, surprise make. Robert Beal Jr. made the team, which I'm pretty sure he's just a placeholder for Nick Bosa, which I have just heard there's a deal in the works. Within the next 2 days, we should hear positive things from Nick Bosa. He'll be here. No worries. The rest of the line looks great. Javon Kinlaw made the team. I guess he's making strides. He better as a first round pick. Another one of those potential busts, but he made the team, so we're happy about that. Austin Bryant and Kerry Hyder Jr. are currently not on the roster. I believe they will be added to the roster, whether it's in place of one of these shitty offensive linemen or one of the receivers that possibly goes on IR, Ray McLeod or someone like that. So I believe with Givens, Kinlock, Kalia Davis, Klein Farrell, and then Austin Bryant and Kerry Hyder Jr., that our defensive line is the best unit of all units in the league. Making sure Bosa comes back, of course. Linebackers, we did have some surprises, but our main three stay the same. Freddie Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Oren Burks, the old Packer throw-off, who played really well last year. What is surprising is we kept both rookies, D. Winters and Mr. Graham. So both rookies made the team, and also Flanagan Fowlers as the veteran presence. If these kids aren't ready to roll early, we'll see a lot of Flanagan Fowler. He made the team over another hyphenated guy, McCrary Ball, which that was kind of a toss-up. Someone will pick up McCrary Ball, I'm sure. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's a mini youth movement, and I like it. You always got to stay young, got to stay hip. Not as hip as the Packers. Their average age is like 22. They're going to be terrible. All right, and then we go to cornerback land, where, if nothing else, we're very, what can I say, diverse. I believe any of these cornerbacks can pretty much play any position. If you want to move them to nickel, move them to the outside, the inside. I don't think it matters. Javarius Ward, Dominic Lenore, Ambry Thomas, which it's a prove me year, Ambry. I mean, just like the last couple years. I don't believe Ambry Thomas is the answer, but he made the team. Sammy Womack made the team, and Oliver, the castaway from the Falcons, made the team. And this is where it gets interesting, because I don't think Isaiah Oliver is the best player around the 49ers right now. I believe Quantrez Knight, who he just re-signed to the practice squad, will eventually take this guy's place. I'm assuming Quantrez maybe just doesn't know all the plays, and Isaiah Oliver's a veteran, so he'll provide some stability here in the beginning. All in all, happy to keep Quantrez Knight around. I am sad to lose Deshaun Jameson, the 5-year starter at Texas, basically, the Longhorns. But he got cut and picked up, I believe, by Carolina. We also lost Deontay Poe to the Jets. So we did lose some people that we waived. No big deal. Safeties are set. Hufanga, who's banged up a little bit but should be ready. Gibson, who I used to forget his name, but now I won't because he's just a big stud back there these days. And the veteran Odom and the rookie Jair Brown provide depth. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of Jair as the season goes on. Doesn't seem like he's quite ready yet, but once he knows what's going on, he likes to pounce. So it'll be fun to watch him get a little action. And that pretty much wraps up the 53. Like I said, it's a fluid situation at the bottom. The top is set. We're going to make a run at this the Super Bowl thing one more time. The quest for 6 begins again. Like and subscribe, FB and the Goob. We'll tell you about the Packers. We'll tell you about the Niners. We'll keep you up on the baseball stuff. We got everything you need with our weekly show and our shorts. Like and subscribe.